Dum ba dum. Howdy, y'all. Welcome to BanjoBenClark.com. Today it looks a little different. I'm in the home office. I won't go into the whole story about why I'm having to be in here, but I'm getting the lesson done. That's what's important. We're going to learn a great old hymn that I grew up singing. Maybe you did too. I've already taught it on guitar and mandolin years ago. Actually, a duet between those two. You want to check that out because it's fingerstyle guitar. But I've had lots of requests over the years to complete the series with the banjo lesson. Finally getting around to it. I love playing this slow, expressive stuff on the banjo. This one's a waltz. We're going to use a lot of triplets. We're going to use a lot of chords, harmonies to keep it interesting because we're not going to be very busy with our pick hand. If you're watching this somewhere else besides the website, I'd be honored to have you come on over to BanjoBenClark.com. Join as a Gold Pick member. You'll get access to this lesson and hundreds more for multiple instruments. And if you are watching here, then you can download the tab, the MP3 performance, as well as the rhythm track, and learn right along with me in the next video segment. As I said, this one is a waltz. That means we have 3 beats per measure. And what's typical with waltz timing is the use of triplets. I think it's because the measure's already broken up into 3 parts. 1, 2, 3. So it just sounds really natural to break each one of those beats into triplets. So you have triplet, triplet, triplet. And the way that we're going to mainly play those in the banjo today is back and forth with our thumb and either 1 finger or 2 fingers. But there are going to be some challenges because we're going to be doing some inside picking. We're going to be doing some quick changes with our left hand. We'll get into all that. But we're going to learn the verse and, of course, the chorus to this song. Melody is king. So even as we begin to toy with the melody a little bit and add some other elements, we want to make sure that that melody comes out. And I think that playing these slower songs that require touch is a bit more difficult to do well than playing, straight ahead banjo tunes. So if you've never played slow stuff, this is a great one to learn. And you'll think that you have it because you're playing all the notes, and then you keep playing it and you realize that you begin to unlock the expressive side of it, and it becomes a lot more fun and it sounds a lot more better. Let's look at the first couple measures there. Measure 3. We're going to grab this G double stop here. Where's the melody at? It's up here. Look at the melody. It's on the first string. Okay, so we're going to add some harmonies beneath that for the most part, and we're going back and forth with our fingers. Ultimately, it doesn't really matter which pick fingers we use. We want to use the ones that make sense for us, but it's going so slow. We are going to do some double thumbs, so don't worry about that. The other thing that I will mention just here off the bat is that in the performance, I did a whole lot of slides into the measure. So if you'll notice there in that first measure, it starts on the 7th fret, but actually in the performance, I started beneath it. And then going into the next measure, instead of starting on the 4th fret, I slid into that as well. That's just a technique thing. And I thought that it'd be a bit messy to try to draw in all of those slides in the tab. So what I want you to do is use your ear, go back and listen to what I do, and try to copy that after you figure out where to put your fingers, and do your own slides and your own expressions later on as well. So the first couple measures. So we've got to move quick with our left hand. And we have to be exact because we're in this position where we have 1 fret in between our double stop, and then we're landing down here where we only have 1 fret between them. Again, the second measure. We're going to do something in the 3rd measure there that we're going to do a whole lot, and that's play a chord, usually a 3-note chord, and we're going to do what I'll call, a brush through there. Even though we're not brushing it with a flat pick, I'm going to pick it. Maybe I shouldn't call it a brush. It's a pinch, but it's a delayed pinch. So I'm going to pick it with all 3 fingers, but I'm going to spread them out a little bit, almost like a really fast roll. Okay, so it's written together there, but I think it sounds better to do that. It's hard to write the timing out of that little move, but I'm barring the 5th fret, and I'm hammering on 3rd to 5th. It's one of those things where you want to feel it and you want to hear it. So listen to what I do. Okay, that whole line. Then I'm going to do something here that I don't think I've ever written in a banjo arrangement, and that's a reverse brush with my middle finger. And then where's the melody note on that? The melody note's actually the 5th string. Calling for you, right? So I don't know, if we need to try to get that melody note necessarily louder. I think people are going to naturally hear it. But we want to have that rake, it is a rake or a brush, spaced out a little bit. We don't just want, you can take your time. Because we're going slow, it's amazing how slow you can do some of these elements and they not sound like they're dragging. Come up to this A7 position, which is really cool. And then we're going to do these 2 measures of D. This is a lot of fun. I'm going to start with my middle 2 fingers. And then I'm going to go to this position, which is a C, like I would play a C chord, but I'm up here. That may take a little while to get. So fun. Okay, those lines again. Then we have some repeating. Good news. We've seen all this before, right? Next line we have our brush again. But this time we're going up top to this A minor position. And we're going to do that same little pinch, delayed pinch. And then we've got a cool, this is a Scruggs 4/4 lick we use all the time, but we're turning it into a waltz lick. Okay, so those 4 measures again. In our next video, let's check out the chorus.